I asked Demi, who I've been married to for 12 years, I took all my clothes off. I said, look at my body. Look at it. Look at my skin. I need you to examine it. She said, I'm not a dermatologist.
No,
you need to go
not.
see a professional.
That's right.
And so thankfully we have friends that are professionals. Charlotte Skin and Laser. Dr. Rostan joins us this morning. MD, board certified dermatologist, founder, Charlotte Skin and Laser. Dr. Rostan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning. And I think your wife is actually on to something. Many of the melanoma that we find are actually detected by a friend or family member. So if
There you go.
you
There you
see
go.
something, speak up. If you see something unusual or changing, speak up. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month as we sit here and talk about this, which is a good time to think about your skin exam. And at our new Huntersville office on 1920 Quincy Avenue, we're having a skin cancer screening open to the public on May 21st in recognition of Skin Cancer Awareness Month.
We were just talking about offer. You didn't mention that before, and that was a nice slide in right there. That now with technology and dermatology, think about all these changes going on, but finding ways to serve those kind of outer perimeter folks is something like a free day. One of those examples of how you guys are really wanting to lean into the community, offer that opportunity that maybe if you don't consider looking after your skin important, you should. I mean, is that what that is about?
It's a great opportunity. Sometimes there's people that just won't make an appointment. They won't come in, but they'll pop in for a screening. A screening is just that, just a quick look. It's not a comprehensive exam, but if we see anything that we're alarmed about, we can give you a form with it circled and say, go see a professional about this. At every skin cancer screening I've done, we have found issues that we've alerted people to, but we've also reassured a lot of people, your skin looks great. Keep up the great sun protection. Go see a dermatologist if anything's growing or changing. You also get people that don't have insurance and they just don't know and they don't want to spend the resources. We can direct them like, you need to expend resources here, or I think you're okay.
Dr. Ross, would you share your story? When was it that you said, okay, was it dermatology always for you when you decided to be in medical, or what was your path?
No, actually, I was going to be a surgeon, but I'd always liked dermatology. And I think it's a wonderful field, and I'm glad I've chosen it. We get to see people of all ages. I could see you and your whole family. I could see your parents. I could see your children. And we've seen families over the years. We can take care of a vast majority of skin diseases all across the board, as well as handle skin cancer, most of which are caught very, very early, which is very pleasing when we can eliminate an issue very quickly.
Multiple locations, newest one in Huntersville here, just on in Lake Norman. Wonderful staff and service, and that kind of concept of providing what people want. When I went down to see y'all in Charlotte before the Huntersville location opened, there were so many services that y'all offered. Can you give us the gambit? What are people asking for too, even on the elective, we'll say, is that the right term for it?
Correct.
Cosmetic kind of stuff, or give us the full rundown.
Well, our motto is integrating the art of medicine with the science of beauty. And I think we do that very well. Medicine practice very well is an art. And we like to deliver medicine in an artful way, taking care of everybody. Part of that means delivering with them cosmetic care. So when someone has acne, it leaves acne scars or marks, we can handle that. Rosacea, we can treat the rosacea, changes of redness and flushing, and then also address either preventatively or correctively sun damage and skin aging. And I think everyone now wants to live longer, but they want to live better. You can live better with healthier skin. The nice thing what we've learned about these cosmetic treatments we do to our skin, the laser treatments to enhance and remove sun damage and wrinkles, makes your skin healthier. And not just from a structural standpoint, like less wrinkles and it doesn't bruise as much, but from a cellular standpoint, you are less likely to get a skin cancer or precancer when you do these rejuvenating laser treatments. And that is not just made up. It's being studied more and more. We're understanding more the mechanisms of what we're doing with rejuvenation. So we like the fact that Charlotte Skin and Laser, we're integrating both medical and cosmetic dermatology for the best outcomes for our patients.
You mentioned the laser. I did have something laser. I don't remember which laser it was. It was the special laser. That's not shockingly, Justin needed the special laser for his face. And y'all have that even there. The training of people, though, and with technology changes and new things and the business side practice, but also with medical, how do you think about it? Like, what's going through your brain in a day and you're trying to see from the big picture, But at the same time, you want to really provide great care for patients.
Well, for the big picture, we need to stay on top of everything. Every day, it seems like there's new medical treatments for skin diseases we've treated for years. So if it's been a while since you've been to a dermatologist and you're like, that stuff didn't work, really every day we're getting new and new treatments, and keeping up with that, educating my staff about what's new and being able to provide that. There's new technology constantly, and everybody wants, the headline. They want the best. What's new? We like to evaluate a new technology and make sure it's going to work for us before we present it to our patients. And we do like to stay on the cutting edge of all of it. There's so many exciting new treatments for very common diseases: psoriasis, seborrheic dermatitis, acne, and even some uncommon diseases, and even extremely rare, thankfully rare diseases. We even have genetic therapy for a skin disease now. So everything is evolving. Our patients with advanced melanoma, they're living longer. You may have read about that in the news. This is great news for the patient and their family who's been diagnosed with a late-stage melanoma, which used to be a quick death sentence. They're living much longer. It gets them through graduations. It gets them to see their daughter, son married. Very important life events. And to be at the cutting edge of that is very exciting. Now, I'm speaking of dermatology, but this is true for all of medicine. Lots of new technology and developments coming that are helping people live better, healthier lives.
Even the imaging system, we'll say, or the tracking of a patient, really in the sense of like lifelong history, right? Because you go into a medical exam, we'll say, and they say, can you give us your lifelong history and your familial, give me everything right now, right? And so having those new ways of tracking the person, if you want, I don't mean that in the sense of like hurting privacy, but I mean in the sense of like really knowing what the body's done over the years. Has that come along at all in the journey?
Well, in dermatology, what we're most interested in is how your moles are evolving. And some people, it's pretty easy to see. They get a new mole. If you just have a few moles, you can pretty pick up if there's a new one. But we see patients that have hundreds and hundreds of moles. Those are challenging patients to follow. For years, we've had body imaging, body mapping, but that has to be done with special cameras, and it will be offered at like an academic center. Even that is tricky, matching the images and tracking them in terms of what has changed. But now they're using AI to better track that, harnessing the technology to take better care of the patient. I don't know how quickly or if ever that'll be offered in your regular dermatology office, but certainly at the academic centers where these patients often end up to be followed. They have difficult things to follow. They may be set up, say, in rural areas where there is no dermatologist and they need help assessing a patient's skin. Right there in the front of them, they take an AI image and interpret it.
How do you like to stay kind of apprised on what's going on? Do you go to conferences? Do you just like to read? What do you like to do? What do you like to do?
It's exhausting. I read. And one of our values at Charlotte Skin and Laser is knowledge and learning. And I foster that environment with all my employees, including my physician assistants and other physicians and my laser care specialists and estheticians. I say, share what you've learned, share up, share down, share across. So we all read, we do webinars, and we share it with each other. This weekend, I'm taking a team from Charlotte Skin and Laser to the ASLMS meeting in Savannah, Georgia. That's the American Society for Lasers in Medicine and Surgery. Highly intensive laser conference. They'll get into some skincare as well as a buzzword, low-level light therapy seminars. Very exciting. It'll be a 3-day conference for most of us. 2 of the girls are going early for an intensive fundamentals course. But we'll all take notes and we all divide and conquer, so we won't be in the same session. And then we get together and share what we've learned. And for those in my office that didn't get to go, we'll share key bits with them. And then it's reading as well. We learn from our patients, so we share cases with each other. It's just great working with a wonderful team of enthusiastic, intellectual, young, sharp physicians and physician assistants, and I learn something every day.
Dr. Rostan, I also say thank you because I can tell culturally you tell your people to care about the patients, because the kindness from the front desk to the phone before you get there all the way through to the end of the service, even collecting the payment, as nice as they were for that too. And so thank you so much.
Well, I'm glad you had a good experience. We want that experience. Healthcare is difficult these days, the paperwork, and I apologize. We do everything we can to keep that to a minimum, but it's just modern medicine. but to deliver it with a smile and to help ease the transition through all that process. That creates a culture that's fun to work in, and it's fun for our patients to visit.
Dr. Rostan of Charlotte Skin and Laser, their newest location here in Huntersville. So be sure, if you haven't had your body checked out this year yet, or your skin looked at this year, or if you've got some things going on you got questions about, Charlotte Skin and Laser. Thank you so much, Dr. Rostan.
Thank you.